Two changes for Celtic in defence, with Lustig and Boyata returning. Eric Sviatchenko and Tom Rogic drop out, and Patrick Roberts gets the nod to start in preference to James Forrest. Rangers recall the highly competitive Andy Halliday and Joe Garner and leave out John Toral and Barry McKay. Youngsters Bates and Beerman keep their places. The scare story that injury would rule out keeper Wes Foderingham proves unfounded. In charge at Hampden, referee Willie Collum. When Pedro met Brendan. Celtic are 2 games away from a treble, and they will be one step closer if they can maintain their upper hand over Rangers. 3 wins and a draw so far, and these two will go head-to-head again next weekend for the 6th time. Tavernier. Bates sees his pass intercepted. And immediately Celtic get themselves down the pitch. Tierney with a chance to get the ball in. First corner kick inside the opening minute. Scott Sinclair delivers, and a header from Moussa Dembele bouncing wide of target, but a threat immediately from the first set piece of the game.
And it's a good chance, isn't it, for Dembele? Really should be doing better, I think. Totally unmarked there. That must be a concern for Rangers.
Waghorn chasing. And a good block from Simunovic. So long throw possibilities here for Rangers. Bates and Wilson up for this. Waghorn, lots of pace on that. Lustig's headed away. Waghorn tries again. Celtic breaking with Roberts, and he threads it through, and he was taken out late. Advantage played. Big opportunity this for Celtic, and the shot in the end from Callum McGregor was straight at Wes Foderingham.
It was a great chance for Celtic. Excellent break, and what a challenge that is. I'm very surprised that Willie Collum has let that go, but a good chance for Celtic. Maybe not the finish that Callum McGregor would have hoped, but that challenge surely is controversial.
Well, Willie Collum does have a yellow card in his hand, and presumably it is heading Andy Halliday's way, because he cleaned out Patrick Roberts here. And Halliday, not surprisingly, Willie has been booked for that.
I think he's very fortunate, Rob, to be perfectly honest, that it's only a yellow card, maybe so early in the game. But that was a vicious challenge, nowhere near the ball.
Brendan Rodgers' team, 40 domestic matches unbeaten. Black armbands today in memory of Ugo Ekiog, a scorer, of course, for Rangers in this Old Firm fixture, and a tragic loss. Boyata for Tierney. Hyndman is there, teaming up with Tavernier. That's McGregor. Armstrong, great effort from Stuart Armstrong. Curling just wide of target.
Well, that's a problem, isn't it, if you give Celtic too much room and space. Pinging the ball about. Armstrong there, he curls it. It's not too far away at all. You can see he's just trying to find that far corner, and it just slips past the post.
just a couple of feet wide from Armstrong. Just wanted that to move a little bit more in the air. Certainly had Foderingham troubled.
I think the tactics there from the Rangers manager is definitely to stay in this game probably as long as he possibly can.
Long ball for Dembele, lovely touch. Sets up McGregor, and Callum McGregor strokes in the opening goal of the second semi-final. Brilliant from Dembele, this time as the set-up man, and it's a clinical finish from McGregor.
It is, he's almost side-footed it into the back of the net, isn't he? You know, great play by Dembele. Awful defending from Rangers, long ball over the top, superb first touch, fantastic second. And what about that for a goal? Full of confidence, just slipped it into the back of the net to give Celtic the lead.
All the composure you would look for in that sort of situation. He didn't even have to find the corner of the net, McGregor. He just passed it wide of Foderingham, and Celtic have their noses in front.
And Brendan Rodgers will be delighted with the start that Celtic has made.
Here's McGregor against Halliday. Now Roberts, lovely skill, and that forces the corner.
Yeah, it's good work again down that right-hand side, isn't it? There's no doubt that Brendan Rodgers had targeted the young fullback Beerman as someone that Celtic have really got to get tested in the early stages of this game. They're certainly doing that. Patrick Roberts been outstanding so far, and very direct, and it's been a problem for Beerman. He'll have to make sure that he gets closer to the Celtic winger.
Stuart Armstrong with the corner kick, and it was Moussa Dembele up for the header, and enough of a challenge against him that the header failed to hit the target. But again, he's the man picked out at the corner kick. Don Robertson in the spotlight, one of the officials today. He was the man, of course, who sent off Scott Brown last weekend and awarded Ross County a very dubious penalty after that Alex Schalk dive. As Celtic threaten again, and how well did Moussa Dembele do there? May have hurt himself in the process, as he did so well to win that corner kick with a clever back heel, but at what cost, I wonder, as he feels at the back of that right thigh.
Yeah, that's concerning for Celtic, isn't it? He definitely doesn't fancy. He's pulled a hamstring, you know, and making that back heel effort there and pulling the hamstring, going down. Doesn't look as though Moussa Dembele is going to play any further part in this game. That's a huge blow for Celtic.
Lee Griffiths prepares himself for action as Moussa Dembele's cup semi-final ends with that back heel. Sinclair floats in the corner kick, and undeterred by the fact that they're down to 10 men at the moment. Jozo Simunovic rising well for that header. He's been getting chilly on the touchline waiting to come on, Lee Griffiths, but he will look to make his impact in this game. He's had so few chances of late, but he replaces Dembele. Brendan Rodgers would have hoped for more than a one-goal advantage, I think, the way this game's played out so far, Willie.
I think the amount of possession that Celtic have had, absolutely. I feel that Rangers have went out with that tactic in mind, and you know, Kouassi, I think, will have to change it at some point in the game. You just can't give the opposition, I don't feel, this amount of time without really putting them under any pressure whatsoever, even down to 10 men when Celtic had Dembele off.
That was late by Miles Beerman, and he's got to see yellow for that. It's another wild lunge on Celtic's danger man down that right-hand side, Patrick Roberts.
Absolutely, and you know, it's late as everything that they're trying to stamp out in the game. Roberts has been excellent. Beerman goes in, studs up high, dangerous play, no doubt. A yellow card minimum.
Celtic fancying themselves for another goal before the interval. Here goes Roberts, and again he's taken out. Miles Beerman saying there was no contact there, but he's treading a very dangerous path, having been booked just a couple of minutes ago.
He's fortunate, I think, the youngster, to get away with that. I thought at least the referee would have had a real stern word in his ear.
Lee Griffiths looking to have an immediate impact in this match as he whips in the free kick, and it's punched away by Foderingham.
Yeah, it's a good effort from Griffiths. You know, he thinks he can whip it into that near post, because Foderingham a problem or two. He certainly does that. I thought the Rangers goalkeeper had it well covered.
Simunovic to Lustig. Has to get every challenge right against Roberts, does Beerman. Top quality performance this from Callum McGregor. Armstrong works it wide. Tierney steps in. Thought about the shot. Back with Armstrong. Miscue by Roberts. Bates choosing to let that run through for Foderingham, and he just ran the risk of Sinclair getting a toe on the end of this.
He certainly did. It's an opportunity for Patrick Roberts. He'd be disappointed that he didn't make proper contact with that chance.
Garner leaves it for Tavernier. Halliday. Kenny Miller got it onto his left foot, but he was always off balance as he lashed it out with his left foot. Never a threat for Gordon.
It was a difficult one for Kenny Miller, even with his attributes, and they put it well over the bar.
Miller, Hyndman, combining well. Tavernier marauding down that right side, did well to get there first, and plays the ball off Sinclair.
Well, that's a strong part of his game, isn't it, Tavernier? Getting forward, there's no doubt about that. He's done reasonably well defensively, not been tested too many occasions, but as the seconds tick away, Rangers have a late opportunity to get an equaliser.
This will be the last action of the first half. Tavernier's long throw. Celtic struggling to get it clear, but there was a high boot, and that will be the end of the first half. Callum McGregor's goal, all Celtic have to show for their superiority, and they have been so far ahead. That will be their only disappointment, that they don't have more of an advantage here at Hampden, but they are running the show, and they are ahead at half-time by 1-0. Two changes for Rangers immediately at the start of the second half. Dodoo will replace Joe Garner up front. And the other change sees the introduction of Barry McKay with Andy Halliday left indoors. A year ago, Rangers beat Celtic on penalties in the Scottish Cup semi-finals. That prospect at the moment for the Rangers supporters seems a distant one. But what sort of reaction will Pedro Caixinha get from his team second half, having made those two positive changes? And it's a positive start from Kenny Miller. Tierney winning that header. Foul given against Sinclair. McKay. Tavernier into a great area. Floats it for Dodoo. The problem was Lustig in the way. Good work from Joe Dodoo. And again, Mikael Lustig was the barrier.
It's much better from Rangers, though, isn't it? You know, the two wide players playing further up the park. Barry McKay setting up Tavernier. Tavernier getting towards the byline, finding a good bit of space as well, and a decent cross to the back post. Much more positive from Rangers.
The Waghorn long throw. Dodoo got up for the header. Miller flicks it back. Bates was there. Boyata gets it away. And Celtic look to counter-attack with McGregor. Griffiths pointing exactly where he wanted this. In goes Lee Griffiths. Down goes Lee Griffiths. Penalty given against James Tavernier, and a yellow for Rangers number 2. Chance for Celtic to go 2 goals ahead.
Yeah, just when it was looking good for Rangers, Celtic on the classic counter-attack, and Griffiths getting there before Tavernier. Absolutely no doubt that it's a penalty. Griffiths gets a little touch. Tavernier's committed himself. Referee's got no option. Woolley Collum has got to point to the spot, and only a yellow card at the end of it.
It's a massive moment at Hampden, and Scott Sinclair scores just. Great effort from Wes Foderingham, getting his fingertips to that effort from Sinclair, but in off the inside of the post. Rod Stewart leads the celebrations. Scott Sinclair's 24th goal of the season. It's 2-0 to the treble chasers.
It is, but Foderingham was so unlucky there. He guesses the right way, throws himself, he gets his fingertips on it, almost touched it round the post. It strikes the inside of the upright and ends up in the back of the net to give Celtic that second goal.
There's the lunge from Tavernier, which handed Sinclair the opportunity, and he hasn't said no to that sort of invitation too many times this season. Boyata loses out. McKay plays it up for Miller, but immediately the flag went up for offside. It's a painful blow, that, for Rangers, because they had started the second half so well, but they were killed by that quick counter-attack from Celtic.
Well, that's what happened, Rob.
Oh, what an effort from Lee Griffiths, and it's another great save from Wes Foderingham.
Well, again, it's just a long ball through, isn't it? The Rangers defence all over the place. Griffiths, great touch, fantastic quick feet to get that shot kind off, and Foderingham touching it over the bar. Excellent save.
The Celtic fans in party mood as Sinclair swings in the corner kick. Simunovic knocks it down, and it's over the top from Boyata. The chances raining in at the moment for Celtic as they look to completely kill this game off.
Yeah, and they've rode their luck there, Rangers, no doubt about that.
Well, maybe Brendan Rodgers is better pleased this weekend with Don Robertson, the official who awarded Celtic that penalty, the man who gave Ross County a spot kick last weekend after Alex Schalk's dive. Armstrong looked to be caught, play goes on. Lustig with some room to run into. Roberts. Left by Griffiths. Cut out by Holt. But Celtic have it again. Patrick Roberts! Great effort, great save. Foderingham defying Celtic at the moment. Does well to get down to another goal-bound effort.
It's top-class goalkeeping, isn't it, from Foderingham?
Celtic have the semi-final right in the palm of their hand. Patrick Roberts. Lee Griffiths. Eyeing up the opportunity again. Scrubbed at the second attempt by Foderingham as Sinclair closed in, and it all opened up there very worryingly from a Rangers point of view as Griffiths cut inside. Lustig loses out. Rangers look for any sort of way to bring their semi-final back to life. That's a corner kick as Lustig looks for the free kick.
Yeah, it looked as though there was a little bit of contact there as Lustig went down. He was obviously looking for it, but Rangers get an opportunity to put a little bit of pressure on the Celtic defence.
In from Barry McKay. That's Hyndman. That's Tavernier. That's Kenny Miller. And that's a Craig Gordon save, and there haven't been too many of them in this match.
No, there haven't, and it's a real opportunity for Kenny Miller. A little dink pass from Tavernier, supporting well. Kenny Miller, he feels he should have done better.
Well, it's a stroll in the sunshine for Celtic at the moment. Pretty much has been all game long. Untroubled as they head towards the Scottish Cup final. Long ball from Tavernier. Flicked on by Waghorn. Kenny Miller. Just too high.
Well, he sees the opportunity, doesn't he, Kenny Miller? That old head, looking for the goalkeeper off his line. Craig Gordon is off a little bit. He tries to lob him, but even going over Craig Gordon's head, I think he's got enough in it to get a touch on it. He just overhits it.
Windass. That looks useful for Dodoo. Support from Tavernier. Dodoo finding room for the cross. Skimming off the head of Boyata. It's Kenny Miller. Craig Gordon makes the save. He's screaming handball. He's looking for a penalty. But he had a big chance here to haul Rangers back into the game.
Yeah, and he's used all his experience to just create a little pocket of space here to get the strike off. Craig Gordon saving it. The ball coming out, he's claiming that I think that it's hit someone's hand, but the referee having nothing to do with that.
And I don't think that's ever going to be given, really, is it?
No. Never a penalty.
Tavernier tries to force his way through. Wins the corner kick.
A great attitude to it. Tavernier always desperate to get forward, putting the Celtic defence under pressure, never giving up the chase there, and eventually winning the corner.
Five and a half minutes to go. McKay's corner kick. Hooked away by Forrest. Back in from Windass. Came off Bates. Miller had a swing at it. That's Wilson. Windass. Tavernier. Waghorn on his right foot, deflected Bates there. And it's flipped away in the end by Tierney. Celtic on the counter. Griffiths. What an opportunity he had there to play in James Forrest. But now it's McKay for Rangers. Plenty of options. Knocks it long for Dodoo. Joe Dodoo shot blocked. Armstrong just prevents that going behind for the corner.
Well, it's a late flurry from Rangers, isn't it? Although they were very fortunate there. I thought Lee Griffiths could have actually taken that ball on himself much further, but it was great counter-attacking play from Celtic. Rangers have got to watch that they don't leave themselves exposed, although they don't have much of an option just now, being 2-0 down.
.86 minutes on the clock. 2-0 Celtic. Waghorn's long throw. No takers in the middle. Tavernier will look to keep this alive. Sinclair's challenge is brushed aside. Tavernier's cross is a good one. What a chance. What a miss. Martin Waghorn should have been making it 2-1.
Yeah, he certainly should have. It's a great opportunity. Wonderful whipped-in cross from Tavernier, who's been really positive throughout this game, and Waghorn should be concentrating more on getting the header down. He dives towards it, comes off the top of his head and over the bar. Good chance for Rangers. They haven't had many, and that was wasted.
Here's Miller. Simunovic with the header away. McKay running into Rogic. Griffiths peeling out wide to pick up possession. The hoop shirts are flooding forward. Griffiths plays it in. Here's Forrest, needed a good touch, didn't get it. Rogic leaves it for Armstrong. Blocked by Beerman, corner kick.
Well, I needed a better touch, didn't it, from James Forrest? Not long on the palm, but that's no excuse. He should have controlled that ball better. Great drift and run from Lee Griffiths out towards the left-hand side. Plays with the head up. Superb cross into the box for Forrest. He needed to get it down. If he could have got it down, it was on for the strike at goal. Poor first touch, let him down.
90 seconds left of 90 minutes. Lustig, Griffiths, and a free kick given against that lead challenge by Windass. Armstrong. Tom Rogic! So close to number 3. What a hit.
He's deadly there, Tom Rogic, isn't he? He's set up. Fabulous first touch. He just finds his space. He pulls the trigger. He's so unlucky to see that come off the bottom of the post.
From Bates, Foderingham to Wilson. Worrying moment there for Danny Wilson. Just managed to get it clear. That's for Dodoo. On his left foot, Dodoo, great strike. And the flying Craig Gordon makes the save.
Yeah, Danny Wilson, fabulous cross-field pass for Dodoo, who takes the ball down. Good save from the Celtic goalkeeper.
Back in from McKay. And a glancing header from Lustig. Gets that away from Dodoo. Beerman. Full time at Hampden. And Brendan Rodgers, Celtic, take another step towards the treble. They are in the Scottish Cup final. They will play Aberdeen, and it is that game which separates them from a clean sweep of all the big prizes in Scottish football. Callum McGregor scoring their first goal in the 11th minute. Scott Sinclair effectively wrapped things up 6 minutes into the second half with his penalty, his 24th goal of the season, after Griffiths was fouled in the box. Even the loss of Dembele failed to derail Celtic in pursuit of their big ambition. Rangers had their chances, second half, couldn't take them, and Celtic make their way back to Hampden for the Scottish Cup final. Winners here on Old Firm Day in Mount Florida by 2-0.